How do we trust the information we take in? Trust is like a rain barrel. It builds little by little over time, but any lie, like a hole in the side, and you have to start all over. How do you trust what you hear, read, and watch? For a long time, we use books. If they cut down this many trees, it must be true. And we only had what was available to us in our libraries. Of course, now information is abundant. There's more information than we can ever possibly get our heads around. Anyone can say anything. So how do you know who to trust? First, let's separate fact from opinion. Chocolate's the most popular ice cream. Well, if we want to do some research, we can find, using a website called YouGov, that, in fact, according to polls, that chocolate is the most popular ice cream. Now, anytime you have a resource like this, you want to do a little bit of digging to find out more information. First, we can see this was done July 10th to the 13th, 2020. So maybe things have changed in a year. Or, if I scroll down to the very bottom, I can look for the About. And I can find more information about the organization that's offering that information. They do a lot of work on the methodology of how they select their panels and how they share their data. So this, I'll call a fact. Cookies and cream is the best. This is an opinion. You can choose which flavor you like the best, but that doesn't mean that it is in fact a fact. Flavors of information, according to the Stanford Cyber Policy Center. Well, who are they? So Stanford is a university that is very well known, very reputable, and in here, in their report, the people that created the report show you how they came up with this information. They're very, very detailed on where the information came from, who they referenced, and this is the kind of thing you're looking for. The more information you can find there, the more likely it is that they put their time in and it being true. They split information three ways: information, misinformation, and disinformation. Information is a verifiable fact. That means that anyone who did their research would come to the same conclusion. It is a fact that everyone can agree upon. Misinformation is when someone is unknowingly wrong. They didn't realize, or information has changed since they shared that. Finally, disinformation is when someone is purposely erroneous. They're trying to sway you or manipulate you into thinking something else. Let's do an example. Let's say you have a substitute and it's nearing the end of the day, and your substitute teacher asks, "What time does class end?" Information, 2:37. That would be a fact, verifiable by everyone involved. Misinformation might be 2:30, I think. You're technically wrong, but you weren't trying to fool someone. Finally, disinformation would look like, right now, time to go. What motivates disinformation? For example, did you hear that Apple creates a new screw? This is not true. In fact, when this came out, the iPhone 5 screw rumor goes viral, shows gullibility of tech press. Many different technology news websites ran with the story. NBC, PRI, Macworld, Gizmodo, and so forth. Why? Because when you're online, often if you're first, you get the most clicks. Why do clicks matter? Well, that's attention. Attention gets you more ads, right? More people see your ads. And ads mean money. And with enough money, you make it rain. It used to be very simple to determine if someone's trying to sell you something. This was an ad, pretty straightforward. Then it became a little bit sneakier, and they would do what's called product placement, where you'd have celebrities or people using the products, and it is an ad, but it wasn't necessarily touted as such. Now it's become a little bit harder, and there will be stories that look like a regular news story, but it's actually a sponsored link. That means that the company is paying for that information. So, who do you trust? Start with yourself. Ask yourself this: does this make sense? Where did I hear, read, watch, or click on this information? Who's the source? What's their motivation? Is it accurate? We'll work through this module to give you a whole tool set of ways that you can help discover and uncover the information that you find. First, a quiz where you can practice your skills. Also, resources like the Digital Main Library that has many great resources for finding information that have already been vetted by librarians and educators from around the state. Finally, we'll help you build your own tool of trusted sources to help search for more information. All so you learn how to trust the information that you take in.